Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card I'm making today. So this is a Focus Friday video, and this month we're looking at colour, and last week we looked at primary colours, and this week we're looking at secondary colours, or complementary colours I should say. So these are colours that are opposite each other on the colour wheel. An example here is purple and yellow, which is what we're doing here. So let me show you how we made this card, and the reason I'm doing complementary colours is when you use a complementary colour they always pop against each other. So complementary colours are purple and yellow, orange and blue, and red and green, and they will always, if they're sitting next door to each other, they will always make each other pop, which is why in the old days if you went to a grocer's shop you would see red apples wrapped in green tissue paper and lemons, yellow lemons wrapped in purple tissue paper, and orange, obviously lemons and oranges in sometimes in purple tissue paper, because it made the colours pop and it would make them look more yummy than maybe they actually were. So let's start this card. We're going to get the card base down, and this is the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper, and I'm going to put it on a standard A6 card base. That's made out of thick basic white, and all the measurements will be on the blog post on my website, and you can find the link in the description box below, so do check that out. So there we go, that's down. Now we're going to see to our flowers, and we use these tulip dies here. Now I've actually cut everything out already for speed, and I'm going to show you. Now these are just the way I make these flowers up. There is no right or wrong way, despite what people might say. There is no right or wrong way. If you look at flowers, some flowers will look one way, some will look a different way. Even if you look at tulips, there are many different varieties of tulips, different colours, and different varying in shapes. So some will be dying, some will be only coming out, so some will be tightly budded, others will be much further along. And as I said, the colours will all vary depending on which tulip it is. So let me show you here what I've got. Okay, so I used the leaves here, these two here, to cut out these leaves here. You've got two short and two longer leaves, and then I used the stems are from these two here, and I've cut out two of each type, so you can see, so I've got plenty to play with. And these are going to be my outer petals. As you can see, you've got three types. You've got these here, and these here, and these were these dies here, 1, 2 and 3. Don't know if you can see that, 1, 2 and 3, and that equates to these, whoopsie daisy, these ones here. So as you can see, you've got two of each type. Okay, there. Then for the centres I've cut out a few, and you can see those are this one and this one. These are all the same die, but they just give you a few to make life easier when you're cutting out a lot. And then you've got this one, which is this one here. Okay, and then you've got these two little bits, which are this die here. Okay, so let's make up our flowers. I'm going to use my silicone mat so I don't get glue everywhere, also I hope. And let's start. So this one here that looks whoopsie daisy like this, you're going to see at the edge here there's fold lines, and it'll fold over like that. And then I'm going to use this that looks like a heart as my first layer in here. Okay, so let's put a bit of glue down and get sticking. You just need to hold things for a while so they actually take. And then I use wet glue for this, so that I have some wriggle room to change things around as I see fit. And then I want to add an extra piece here. I think will look quite good like that. So I'm gonna just put a bit of glue at the base and just slide all of that in. Just wiggle it about like that. And I don't really make any two flowers the same because, as I said, they're not all going to look the same in nature. So let's use this one now that looks like that. And you're going to fold on this side and fold again, just like that. And this is going to make more of a little bud. And I'm going to use one of these here. And you can add these however you want to add them. I'm going to just do mine like that. And then I'm going to just add a little bit of glue to these pieces here and just pinch it till it takes. Like that. Okay. And then this last type here, again, same thing, you're going to pinch it in. And I think I'm going to use this one again here. But again, you can choose whichever way you want to go with it. I'll put a bit of glue there and a bit wow. And just make everything look the way I want it to. So we've done 3 flowers. I'm going to do 6. So let's do another one like this. Remember this one? This is the first one we did. Fold the sides over like that. And let's see, what do I want this one to look like? I think I'm going to have it like that. As I said, I don't do things exactly the right way, maybe, because as far as I'm concerned there is no right or wrong way of doing something. It's really up to you how you put these together, how you want them to look. You can do them in many different ways, many different combinations. And I've got glue everywhere. So let's do one more like this, I think, and use one of these this time. I think I'm going to use one of these as well, just to fill it out like that. Just like that. And I'm not going to do the last one, I think, because I didn't use all of them on my last project. So that's all the gluing done for now. Move that aside, and I'm going to bring in my Mango Melody ink, and this is going to make all the difference because it's going to give us some shading. I'm going to use a sponge dauber, get some ink on my sponge dauber, and I'm going to do some really good shading here. Much deeper towards the bottom, lighter towards the top. You can see here what a difference that makes. If you look at that, the way it is now and the way it's going to be, you'll see such a difference. There. So let's do these. And while I have you here, while I'm doing this, I can tell you that if you want any of the measurements, supply list, etc., it's all on the blog post on my website, and that's linked below in the description box, so do check that out. Also, you'll find that all my social media links are there, including the link to my online Facebook group, where we have an online card club there once a month, and I design some cards and send the kits out, and we craft together over Facebook Live, and we make projects just like this one. This is one that we've made before, a version of this before in Card Club, so do come and check that out. I'm sure we'd love to have you, and you'd have lots of crafty fun, so I'd love for you to join us. Okay, so that's all of the tulip buds. Now I'm going to do the same for the leaves using some old olive, because that's the colour I've cut these out in. And I should have said the tulips are cut out in Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. And we're just going to give here just some shading to our leaves. Maybe don't need all of these leaves, so I won't do all of them now. Possibly that's going to be enough, so I don't think I'll need those. I always do more than I think I'm going to need, and it just means I don't have to worry. These are so light that I'm just doing it on, they're so small rather, it's easier just to do this on the craft mat like that, but it does make all the difference just inking them and giving them a little bit of depth and dimension. Okay, so put our inks away, move all of this to the side, and we can start to design our card. So I'll start off, I'm going to do very much the same kind of thing as I did before. Just a little bit of glue. To be honest, the least the better. Down. I'm just going to because these are so tiny you can bend them, as you can see, which is helpful. Okay. Put a leaf there. Do you want one more, or do you think that's enough? Let's leave it for now and see. Okay, maybe this could go here. Maybe this here. Last time I think I used dimensionals, but don't think I'm going to do that this time. Obviously you can if you so wish. It just depends how you're feeling at the time, I think, as well. Don't like some of that purple showing. Yeah, I'm happy with that composition. So, finishing touches. I've got here some of this black and white gingham ribbon. We're going to make a little bow. Let's see. There we go. And then we are going to put that aside and attach this with some glue dots. Let's get those out. Let's see, where do we want this? Maybe like that. I think so. And then finishing touches, I've got some of these pearls, these pastel pearls. I'm going to use some of this colour here and just put a few. Oops. A little cluster here. And there are my Tulip cards. So I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. As I said, all the information is in the blog post and everything can be found in the description box below. As I said, this is a Friday Focus post, so do look back at the other Friday Focus posts. They're all linked in a playlist that you'll find linked to this video. As I said, today we looked at complementary colours, so we've got our purple and our yellow here that complement each other. And so I hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.